Hi, welcome to How to D&D. My name is Fred Wheeler and today I want to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5e. Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus is hell. This is a review of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, the adventure book for Dungeons & Dragons 5e. Why is this adventure book hell, or is it? Here are my thoughts. The cover art tells the story of a fallen angel that has gone to hell and lost their magic sword, which is awesomely provocative. The artwork overall is amazing, with gritty, dark, deep red landscapes, some Mad Max-like images, and titanic battles between demons and devils. The pronunciation guide is very helpful and has multiple variations where appropriate. This is a morally twisted campaign that should have a Session 0, or better yet, a discussion before having a Session 0. The Dungeon Master needs to warn players about the range of topics because this adventure is not for everybody. There are no inspiring or even good player character adventure hooks. The game designers resort to strong-arm tactics that force characters to help the tyrannical flaming fists or be executed. The character motivations are poorly conceived and could easily backfire on a Dungeon Master. The Dark Secrets have advanced character development potential, but ultimately will be forgotten or distract from the adventure without major Dungeon Master intervention. Half the Dark Secrets will likely lead to problems for everybody, and the other half might actually work as intended with a bit of help. My suspicion is that the Dark Secrets were meant to be a replacement for the Adventure Hooks section. All the adventure chapters have a flow chart to explain to a Dungeon Master what is going on, and this is excellent. The adventure runs from character level 1 through to 13 and possibly higher. Wizards of the Coast has gone to great efforts to try and make this adventure easier to run. The black and white maps are clear and easy to read. There is a colour map of Baldur's Gate inside the book. Dyson logos and Mike Shaley's maps are pretty easy to actually copy and trace. The Baldur's Gate gazetteer is impressive, but why is there not a gazetteer for Avernus? The Baldur's Gate character backgrounds are extremely beneficial usually. Most of them are very beneficial while you are in Baldur's Gate, and then they become pretty much useless outside of the city. The new faceless background is intended to be a master of disguise, but is rather confusing, and the dual personalities feature is poorly written. The storyline and plots are a hot mess of irrational, illogical, complex twists that have so many moving parts it makes no sense why anybody would want to play it. The plot has too many holes for a Dungeon Master to fill in. Having characters discover what happened to the city of Elturel, then stopping Baldur's Gate from being sucked into Avernus as well, and then rescuing Elturel from Avernus, and then redeeming the fallen angel Zariel by finding her magic sword is bonkers. Appendix A details diabolical deeds with devils and is surprisingly comprehensive for such a complex topic. Appendix B has the infernal war machine rules. There are rules that cover the crew's actions, fuel, vehicle mishaps, armor upgrades, alternative weapons, crushing something, repairing, mechanical gadgets, and even a chase on Avernus, and there is, of course, 4 vehicle stat blocks. It's one of the best aspects of this book and could easily be transplanted to a different campaign. Appendix C has a small range of very unique magic items that include a battle stand of infernal power, gauntlets of flaming fury, fire hell weapons, infernal puzzle boxes, soul coins, and the sword of Zariel. These are really clever magic items that stand out as story-driven. Appendix D is full of bizarre creatures, gruesome monsters and fiends. The monster stat blocks aren't anything special, and they are what you would expect from the standard monster manual for Dungeons & Dragons 5e. But saying that, I think the artwork and the type of monsters in this section are excellent. I would also like to point out there are many more monsters and stat blocks scattered throughout the book. Appendix E is the infernal rapture menu and is the strangest player handout I have ever seen. Appendix F has story concept art on Avernus, which is really interesting but not vital to a Dungeons & Dragons adventure book. There are quite a few full-colour spreads in this book that you can probably show to your players. Appendix G has infernal script for the Dungeon Master to use to make up player handout documents. There is no index in this adventure reference book, and it certainly did need to have it. This is a consistent trend from Wizards of the Coast, they just don't put indexes in anything. The colour pull-out poster map is double-sided with the city of Elturel and Avernus on the other side. The general and overall layout of the book is back to front, with tools that you need in the beginning of the book now in the back of the book, but they are still easy to find fairly quickly with the contents page. This adventure is suitable for experienced dungeon masters and players that can handle this degree of complexity and moral excavation. This is not a beginner or intermediate adventure for players or dungeon masters, and is much more challenging than the Curse of Strahd. So what do I really think of this book? Frankly, for me, this is really only going to be a book that's suitable for somebody who's highly experienced players and dungeon masters. Quite possibly if you are into homebrew and not into pre-made adventures, you might actually like this book. Everybody else, you probably need to go and do something else before you run this adventure. If you want more detail on this particular adventure book, The Descent into Avernus, I have a live stream that goes into far more detail on the book if you are interested. If you want more content, I have hundreds of videos for players and dungeon masters. If you want to support the channel, you can through Patreon, the Amazon affiliate links down in the description, the merchandise shelf underneath all of my videos, or just watch my videos. Make sure to share, like and subscribe, hit the bell button to be notified when I go live and when I publish new videos, and hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.